Alola guys, what is up? Savannah Bananas here. I just got back from Hawaii, but we've got a new 7-star raid coming up this week, Normal Tera Rillaboom. So me and my Twitch chat came up with some ideas, some counters that we think will work really well for this raid. We've got some builds that are good for group play, randoms, and also one that even could work for a one-hit KO strat. So let's check it out. All right, y'all, so I've got a couple builds for you here. You know, Normal Tera, the only thing that it's going to be weak to is fighting. We did speculate on stream though that we're pretty sure Rillaboom is going to have acrobatics, so thinking of just like annihilate, stuff like that isn't going to work. You got to be a little more creative on this one. So we've got Corviknight here up first. I think this is a really clever build. He's flying steel type, so none of that's going to be an issue. We've got Body Press, Screech, Iron Defense, and Defog. Okay, so this is one of those Iron Defense Body Press builds. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of this for this raid. It just makes sense. So obviously we're using Screech, so we're lowering that defense stat. We're gonna boost our own defense with Iron Defense, and then Body Press is just gonna do so much more. Defog is here so we can get rid of that terrain. Grassy Terrain is gonna be coming up. It's Rillaboom's hidden ability. We wanna get rid of that grassy terrain so those grass moves don't hit as hard, and he's not getting healed. So this is like more of an all-arounder build, right? So we've got that Screech, we've got Defogs, we've got a bit of support, but also some attack. For EVs, we've got max HP, max defense. Okay, again, you know, Body Press uses your defense stat, so that's why we're boosting defense, not attack for this. We've got Mirror Armor, so if Rillaboom does have Noble Roar, it'll bounce that attack drop back to him. So we've got Fighting, Terra type, and a Zoom Lens so that our Screeches will actually hit. So you want to, of course, have best or hyper-trained IVs, and we're going to have our nature as impish, so actually plus defense minus special attack. So again, we just want to boost that defense stat as much as we can so Body Press can just hit super hard. Okay, so next up, we've got Zamazenta. So I think, you know, this is another really good call if you give Zamazenta the Rusted Shield so he gains that steel type ability, right? So he's not just going to be pure fighting type once he enters the battlefield. And that procs. So this is another Iron Defense Body Press build. So same thing as Corviknight, except now we've got Helping Hand and Reflect. So a couple nice support moves there. So kind of more of an all-arounder with him. We've got the ability Dauntless Shield, which is pretty cool. We get that boost to our defense stat right when we enter the battlefield as well. So, you know, just like Corviknight, we're going to have max HP, max defense. We're going to boost that defense because Body Press, again, is based off your defense stat, right? Not your attack, so that's why we're using Iron Defense to boost our defense, right, a couple of times, and then you're gonna Body Press. So we're gonna go Fighting Terra. Once we get a couple Iron Defense boosts off and Reflect is up, I don't think we'll have too much issues. Since Rillaboom's a physical attacker, we'll have those Iron Defense boosts. We shouldn't have to worry about acrobatics if it ends up having it. One thing I will say with Zamazenta is I think Rillaboom may have a ground move. We'll see. We'll see if it happens. So having that steel typing could be an issue with that in mind, but we'll see how he does. Zamazenta's a pretty bulky boy. I think with Iron Defense, we'll be okay regardless. So of course we want to have best or hyper trained IVs, and we're actually going to have Impish as our nature, so defense up and special attack down. So next up, we've got one of my favorite supports, like just for anything, Tox. So Tox is just such a bulky boy. He's poison water, so you know grass is not going to be super effective. You have that poison resistance, it's going to be neutral. We've got Chilling Water, Acid Spray, Ice Spinner, Iron Defense. So I think this is just such a beautiful, beautiful support build for these raids. Chilling Water is going to be useful no matter what, okay, because lowering that attack is going to be so, so important for this raid. Rillaboom is going to be boosting his attack in some way with either Bulk Up or Swords Dance. So having supports with Chilling Water is going to be just so nice for everyone in the raid. Ice Spinner to get rid of that terrain. And then we've got Acid Spray to lower special defense. If we do have any special attackers, Iron Defense to boost our own defense. We've got the ability Limber, which I think could actually be helpful in case Rillaboom happens to have Body Slam and people are getting paralyzed. Limber will definitely come in hand. So I gave it Poison Terra. I think this will be helpful if we're getting hit by those grass moves. Instead of it being neutral, we'll actually resist. So I think that could be helpful in a defensive sense. We've got a Figgy Berry, you could go Citrus, whatever, just something to bring back health once we're a little bit low. So of course we have best or hyper trained IVs, and then we actually have Impish nature, so defense up, special attack down. Okay, so next up we've got another fun one, Eelektross. I've been waiting to build this boy for a 7-star raid, and I think this is just the right one. So he's electric typing, but he's got the ability Levitate. So if we got if Rillaboom does end up having a ground move, we'll be totally fine. We're not gonna have to worry about that. We won't get hit by it. So we've got Acid Spray, Coil, Electric Train, and Drain Punch. So, you know, Acid Spray, again, great if you have special attackers on your team. If no one ends up bringing special attackers, definitely we're gonna have to switch that out for something else. We've got Coil to boost our attack, defense, and accuracy. So by one stage, quite nice. Just to keep us alive, boost our attack a bit. Electric Train to get rid of that grassy train that Rillaboom's going to be putting up. And then Drain Punch to attack and gain back some health simultaneously. So for EVs, we've got nothing. Cool. And for EVs, we're going to max out HP and defense. Put the extra into attack. So same thing, we just want to survive. You know, I think you could potentially put Body Press on this build, but Drain Punch is safer. This is more of a support in my eyes. That Drain Punch is really just like an extra little thing, extra little attack we can have. You could try going Fighting Tera, but I don't know how well that would work with the Eelektross. Like, you could try it, see if he survives, but I think you'd have to be coiling quite a bit to make him survive. I do have him holding a Shell Bell though, so that could help. Of course, we want to have best or hyper trained IVs, and our nature is actually impish again, so defense up and special attack down. All right, so last one I've got to show you in the game is actually Iron Hands. So this would be a one-hit KO strat build we've thought of. So pretty straightforward. He's holding a booster energy, so you don't need the terrain out. You're gonna belly drum. Your support teammates are gonna get 2 screeches off and an attack cheer, and then you're gonna close combat, and it should be a one-hit KO. So it'll be fun to try it on Thursday. So obviously for EVs, we're gonna max out HP and attack, okay, and have adamant. So we're just gonna be doing as much damage as possible. If he ends up not having Boom Burst, if Rillaboom doesn't have Boom Burst, I think putting all the EVs into defense instead of HP is a smarter call, because then if he's fully physical. Obviously, our ability Quirk Drive is getting the booster energy boost to our attack, so this is just maxing out our crazy attack stat with Iron Hands, and should be a one-hit KO. I think this is going to be the strat. This is going to be the boy. And obviously, you want to have best or hyper trained IVs, and again, the nature is adamant for this boy. Okay guys, so last one I want to show is actually something I don't have built in the game, Mewtwo. I think this could be a really good call though. He's got Aura Sphere, which is pretty great. Recover, Chilling Water, Nasty Pot. So this would be a great attacker to have with like Tox or anyone who has Acid Spray. So like Eelektross, like this would be the perfect attacker for them. Having Recover is nice, and Chilling Water just to lower the attack coming from Rillaboom. You know, pressure isn't really going to help us. The abilities don't really help us here. We got a Shell Bell to bring back health. We've got HP and special attack EVs maxed out. We've got modest nature, so special attack up, attack down. So, you know, I think this is a really good call for Rillaboom. I don't see Rillaboom having any counters to Mewtwo. You may even be able to switch him to Fighting Tera at some point. That could be a problem though if you don't have good supports on your team, so I'd watch out for that. Rillaboom has 90 base defense and 70 base special defense, so you'd really want to go with special attackers for this, but unfortunately we couldn't really think of anything besides Mewtwo, so we'll see what happens during the raids, but I do think this could be a really great call for Rillaboom. All right, y'all, so that's all I wanted to show you today. I hope that helps. I hope you'll have some builds ready for this weekend's raids. I will be streaming the event, so if you guys want to come join in, show off some new builds you got, anything, other ideas you have, I'm super down to see everyone else's ideas too. If you have any ideas or counters that I didn't talk about in this video, put it in the comments, okay? And maybe we'll talk about it here in the future. Remember, I will be live Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights for the raids, so come join in on Twitch. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps our channel so very much when you guys do. But thank you again, and I'll catch y'all later.